found love, for real love. Let this be the real thing. Tell me now, what's on your mind? Whisper soft to me that you want me. There's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. Take your time, I'm on a high. My body yearns for you to touch me. No, there's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, please. I just want to make sure I am coming through. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me. Please put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Waiting for the ones to come through. Okay. Okay, I see the ones coming through. Hi, Always Black. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Big. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate all of you for being here. Hello, hello. Awesome. Sound on point, sis. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, everyone. Well, welcome to Bella's Corner, where the truth is delivered with love. Thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. Happy 4th of July weekend. If that's, if that's what you do, enjoy your family, enjoy the time off, blah, blah, blah. But I am so happy to be here with you guys. Thank you again for being here. I planned to go live earlier, but my son just did not want to take his nap at that time, per usual. Well, his usual time. So had to adjust, but that's what comes with motherhood. So we are here, so hopefully he'll stay asleep for quite some time so we can have this conversation. This is a good one today. Hi, Eugene. Thank you so much for joining me. I see everyone. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Seed for Tension. Thank you for being here with me, gentlemen. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I don't want to take too much of your time. I basically just want to get straight into it. Hi, Lock Away My Heart. This is my first time seeing you here, so I greatly appreciate you for being here with me, sis. We got a good one today. Thank you for being here. Okay, so before we officially get started, I want to kindly remind you to please hit the like button.
My name is Jillian. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Canada. The highest level of education completed was high school. I decided not to go to college, and I said I'm single, right?
And then what do you do for work?
I'm a writer.
Okay. It's not for Vice though, right?
No,
Okay.
no. I saw that in the comments.
Yeah, fuck
No.
Vice. Okay. What about you?
Hi, my name is Hollywood. I'm a
y'all. Ladies, what do we say over here? Keep it classy and never trashy. In everything, in your demeanor and the way you behave, your clothes, just everything, ladies. Always keep it classy. You don't want to be looking like you're ghetto, acting ghetto, none of that. Always keep it classy and always be a lady, because that's just what's best. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Abby. Thank you for joining me, sis. Good to see you. I hope your pregnancy is going well. Or if you already had your baby, I hope you and baby are healing. Well, I hope you're healing well, and I hope baby is just, lovely. Okay. Let me see. Hi, Almond Eyes. Thank you so much for joining me, girlfriend. Hi, Eugene. Let me see what you said. The difference between a real woman and real women's. Shout out to Danica Marie. All right, y'all. All right, so we've got a good one today, but before we get into the main topic, which is talking about the conditional wife, I wanted to bring something up to your attention if you are unaware, because I was literally unaware up until yesterday. So let me tell you. My husband is into music. He mainly listens to, hip hop. He likes lyricism and things of that nature. But he's like, hey, I wanted to show you this just so you can see what's out there. Now, y'all know Miss Sukiana, Miss Sucky Trashy, okay, has been trending for quite some time, all right, for at least a couple weeks or whatever, due to the debauchery, due to the inappropriateness and just the mess, right? So my husband shows me, he says, I just want to show you this so you can see what's out. Shout out to you, Harrison Family Values. Thank you so much for joining me, sir. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. We live, baby, we live. Thank you again for your $5 super chat. Okay. Pookiana, Lord have mercy. Hot Messiana, Trashiana, all of that and above. Okay. So yeah, my husband's like, I just want to show you what's out there. So he's on the TV or whatever, and I see the name of the song, and I say, oh Lord, baby, why you show me this? He said, I just want to show you what's out there. So really quick, we're not gonna go over all the lyrics of this song, but we're just going to just briefly talk about it, right? And her song, and it's not her song, it's NLE Choppa's song, but she's just in it, shaking her booty, nothing different, nothing new. I'm not going to bring up the music video, obviously, but we're going to bring up the lyrics. Exactly, Big. If it wasn't for her existence, I wouldn't know she exists. Exactly. I don't listen to any type of music like this. I don't listen to vulgar music at all. And so my ears were like burning, y'all, when I heard this song. But yeah, we're going to go over the lyrics of the song SLUT Me Out. So, and y'all, my son just raised his head. Stay asleep, baby. Stay asleep. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and go over this. Hold on. So I'm going to share my screen. Lord have mercy. Let me get this word off the screen. Lord have mercy. SMUT me out, y'all. Okay. Do y'all see this? I won't even be able to say any of these words, really. Okay. But do y'all see this? Spit in my face. Eat the D like you ugly. Lord have mercy. So he's saying, if you ugly, eat my D, because I'm probably the best that you going to get. I don't think Sukiana is very cute. So, I mean, say what you want with that one. Just disgusting, y'all. Spit in my face. Oh my God. Hold on. I want to go down to the lyrics of the young lady who was in here, not Sekiana, not Trashiana, but the other young lady. I don't know what's what. Let me see. Look, y'all. Put your behind in my face till I get pink eye. Put your butt in my face until I get conjunctivitis. Bacteria of the eye. Y'all, that is disgusting. Y'all, on here, I remember this from last night. It said something like, the girl said, I'ma make your D swole. Oh, I'm disgusted. Just by that one lyric right there. I'm make your D swole. That sounds like you have something. Ladies, if you find yourself listening to trashy music like this, or your friends, your homegirls, please check your friends. You need to sift through and purge through your friends, because if she's listening to music like this, more than likely she's not wife material. She's going to encourage you to go to the club, shake your booty, lay with Pookie right in there. This is not cute. Ladies, I've said in a previous video, let me get these nasty lyrics off of this screen real quick. You are what you eat. You are what you take in. So the content that you consume, not only obviously what you physically eat, but the content you consume, to include music videos, YouTube videos, preachers, any kind, anything that you can hear, anything that you can see. That is a part of you. You are what you eat. That is eating. That is consumption, right? This is trash. So if you're taking in trash, you're going to spit out trash. If you're taking in trash, your energy is going to shift. If you're taking in trash, your energy is going to shift. If you do not see yourself as trash, ladies, if you do not see yourself as bottom of the barrel, if you do not see yourself as invaluable or undervalued, you don't need to be taking in trash like this. You need to cut it out. You need to delete it from your phone. You need not to be a fan. You need to refund those tickets, all of that. Trashiana and these other people have nothing but the incubus and succubus spirit, which is a demented, demonic, sexual, nasty, dangerous energy, spirit, or whatever you want to characterize it as. But understand, this is a real thing. In lyrics like this, when you patronize it, you are accepting it into your culture, into your personal culture, and into the culture of, into your culture, as in like Black culture, right? Because we're Black up here. This is tacky. This is trashy. This is disgusting. Like literally, like vomit. Exactly. Gutter music. And the fact that she said, I'm going to make your D swole, ew. You got something? You got chlamydia of the mouth. Let me see. Y'all, I'm just going to keep it up here because I don't even want to read it. I don't want that in my heart. But I remember some of the lyrics from last night when I listened to the song, as I cringed every minute. I remember the young lady saying, you messing with a big hoe. She said, you messing with the 304 of the 304s. Okay. So she's literally saying, I am for the streets. I am not a wife. I am here for a good time, not a long time. And even though it's not a long time, I might give you something. This is disgusting. This is nasty. This is trash. And this is not something you should be willing to accept into your culture. Same with twerking in public, on slave dungeons, twerking in public at restaurants where people eat, walking around. That includes walking around in your birthday suit at a black business because they say no bonnets. When you are upset about these things happening or people having standards for you, that means I'm willing to be bottom of the barrel. I am volunteering to be the bottom of the barrel. I'm volunteering to conduct myself in a less than a valuable way. Stop accepting trash culture. It's not cute. It's not desirable. It's classless. You have all this confidence. You a boss, babe. You think you're all that in a bag of chips, but you're accepting things like this. You're patronizing it. You're going to the concerts. You're listening to the music videos. You're justifying whole culture. Same with WAP. All of it. Same with the Meg Thee Stallions, the Cardi B's, the Glorillaz. Are you a trash pail, ma'am? Are you bottom of the barrel, ma'am? If not, you do not need to be consuming this type of content. And again, and if your friends are also participating in this type of culture, I suggest that you check your friends, purge your friends, get you some new friends. Because if your goal is to be a wife, ladies, having things like this on your mind, in your spirit, in your phone, playing, blasting out of your windows is not going to do it. You are what you eat. Let me look at these comments. Exactly, Big. He said, I wear one line and I'm good. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't even, I'm disgusted. But want to know why others disrespect them. Exactly, ladies. I get respect simply by just being me when I'm out. Because I'm not rude to people. I don't have a funky attitude. I smile. I say please, thank you, excuse me, as in I have etiquette and manners. Those are the things that give you respect from people you know and don't know. When you're sexualizing yourself, people are going to see you as a sex symbol. I said that on my last live stream. I understand, that doesn't quote unquote give someone to be predatory or to assault you and things of that nature. I agree. At the same time, you cannot control what others do. You control you. And typically, people treat you how you treat yourself. People treat you how you look. People treat you how you behave. Respect is earned. If you're not respecting yourself, what makes you think other people are going to respect you? If you're over-sexualizing yourself, what makes you think other people are not going to over-sexualize you? Then you're confused when you act like a 304, you get treated like a 304, trashiana. Ladies, we have to cut this out. Hey, Smoke and Talk, thank you for being here. So you can say that again. That was just a little taste tester, y'all. That's a little something to open up the live stream. But we are going to get into the main topic again, which is the conditional wife. But before we get into it, I want to kindly remind you to hit the like button. And I've got something a little fun for you guys. Let me know what you think. I thought this was hilarious. And again, we're going to go, I'm going to play this for you, and then we are going to talk about the conditional wife. So please hit the like button. Y'all, maybe I'm corny, but I just think that video is hilarious. How they mimic them and they like, I think that's funny. Okay. Anyway, I hope you hit the like button. Please share and please leave a comment after the live stream. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to share my screen. So this is Judge Lynn from Divorce Court. If I used to watch Divorce Court coming up, I watched her and I watched the other judge. She had the shortcut, just like Lynn, similarly. And she was like brown skin, dark skin. Those are the two Divorce Court judges that I'm used to seeing. And there's been like a couple new ones. I don't watch Divorce Court anymore. Not too interested, especially in the most recent one, because I've seen like a couple of clips and I'm just like, but I've always loved Judge Lynn. Judge Lynn is feminine. She's about in her 60s now, but she's feminine. She's well-spoken. She's educated, and she gives you the truth. Okay. Judge Lynn, I think she reached last year. She lost her husband of like 20 or 30 years. So this is a woman who has put in so much time in marriage, in love, in building, in what it means to be a feminine, submissive, loving wife. And that's our goals over here, okay? We're trying to be with our husbands forever, you know what I'm saying, in love and in growth. So I love Judge Lynn. Okay. So let me make sure. Put a 3 in the chat if you can hear Judge Lynn.
It made you angry. Nobody's ever going to be perfect.
So let me start this over really quick. And go ahead and put a 3 in the chat if you can hear that. Okay, I see the 3s. Let me go ahead and start this over because it started in the middle. Please don't play. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So here we go. Okay.
Mrs. Rivera, I'm glad you're getting a divorce. Mrs. Rivera, I will say this to you. You're foolish. You had a good thing. As soon as it wasn't a perfect thing, it made you angry. Nobody's ever going to be perfect. You most certainly are not perfect. And the next guy you get is not going to be perfect. And unless you're willing to put up with a little bit of, they say for better or for worse for a reason. It's not going to be all lollipops and sunshine. And when it's not lollipops and sunshine for your husband, you at least give him a lollipop. You might not be able to make the sun shine, but you can give him a lollipop, and you didn't do it. You decided that your marriage was about you, for you, and because of you. And when he hit a rough patch, you were like, I'm sick of you. I'm tired of it. You're not a king and wonderful anymore because you're not doing everything I want to. You're no longer Mr. Perfect, and I have no obligation to give anything to you. That's tired and that's sad and it's good.
She read her up, down, sideways, to California, to Philly, up, everywhere, up, down, in every which way, y'all. So now you can see why I named this live stream The Conditional Wife, right? Judge Lynn said, I am glad you are getting a divorce. Because when things got tough, when he hit a rough patch, you decided he wasn't the king anymore. Judge Lynn said, you have a good man and you fumbled him. She said, I'm glad you're getting divorced because frankly, you don't deserve him because you decided that your marriage was for you because of you. Ladies, this is a depiction of the conditional wife. When things are good, you're good. But when things are not good, you aren't good with the situation or that man. Ladies, when you get married, as Judge Lynn said, for better or for worse. That doesn't mean for if he's beating you or if he's not beating you. Because most men are not abusive, okay? So don't get in my comment section talking about men are abusive and all that. We're talking about maybe if he got laid off. Or maybe he got injured and so he can't do the same job that he was doing before. And so now he's, maybe he's laid off. He's got to find new employment. Maybe the money isn't coming in like it was before. That's what she's talking about. Or maybe if he's got a health situation going on that's dire or that's important, you leave when it gets tough. He's no longer the king. He's no longer enough. He's no longer strong. He's no longer sexy. He's no longer enough for you and whatever lifestyle or image you're trying to portray. Ladies, when you walk down that aisle, you vow to that man that I am here for you and I love you throughout the hardships of life. Because he is not perfect and neither are you. One eye is bigger than the other. One boob sitting a little higher than the other. You're a little overweight. Your hair, you got split ends. You got, single strand knots. Your attitude is a little funky. You don't cook that well. And that man is still there with you. And that man is still working with you. And yet when he hits a rough patch or when you feel like you deserve this X, Y, and Z, but he's giving you A, B, and C for the moment, you're done. You have conditions on your love. You have conditions on your femininity. You have conditions on your respect for that man. That is the conditional wife. And that is the type of culture that is encouraged in today's society. Well, girl, if his money changed, just get you another one. Go ahead and monkey branch to someone else. No, there is no honor in that. And ladies, let me say this. Shout out to Auntie Crimson. I think this is who I heard say this. When that man gets down on one knee to ask you to be his wife, to ask you to take his hand in marriage, that means he actually loves you despite your flaws. Despite how you get on his nerves sometimes, despite how you still keep giving him undercooked chicken, despite how you are a little lazy in bed, despite all these things, he still wants to make you an honest woman, make you his. That means he actually loves you. He actually cares for you. He's actually in love with you. He cherishes you. He respects you. And he wants you to be in his life. In his life. Not in his life for a season. What did you marry him for? Are you saying yes because he makes whatever? Are you saying yes because he's so cute? Are you saying yes because he smell good? Why did you tell this man yes? Did you say yes as long as he continued to provide in the same way? Did you say yes, but your yes was contingent upon where you all stay? Did you say yes, and was it contingent upon if he, whether or not he makes you upset? Judge Lynn said, you had a good thing. Ladies, a lot of you fumble your good thing. Fumble a good thing. Ladies, do not be a conditional wife. Do not be a conditional girlfriend. And because if you're a conditional girlfriend, you're going to be a conditional wife. And understand this, ladies, as well. I understand that some of you, maybe you were raised, maybe by whomever, right? By, let's say, your mom. And let's say she taught you, you need to get a man who makes this amount of money. Or if he don't do this for you, then you don't need to whatever. And it's all materialistic based, and it isn't necessarily rooted in noble character, being a good man, him being kind to himself and others and things of that nature. I get it. Be with a man, of course, who can take care of you. I understand that. But if you're raised by a woman who was saying marry a man based off of, again, the materialistic things and how much he spoils you and things of that nature, that's shallow, and that lays a weak foundation for a relationship. And so it's not going to work anyway. So if you were programmed in that way by your mom, your aunt, your grandma, whomever raised you, I highly suggest that you begin that deprogramming. It's going to take time. It's going to take work, but you have to be honest. Because you do not want to ruin a relationship, a strong relationship with a good man due to shallow, due to vain, and due to weak reasons. Let's listen to this again.
Mr. and Mrs. Rivera, I'm glad you're getting a divorce. Mrs. Rivera, I will say this to you. You're foolish. You had a good thing. As soon as it wasn't a perfect thing, it made you angry. Nobody's ever going to be perfect. You most certainly are not perfect.
Let's pause there. As soon as it wasn't perfect, you got angry. Check your selfishness. Check yourself, check your selfishness, check your realistic or unrealistic expectations, and understand that life has adversity. Ladies, don't always use your femininity just to get something from a man's pocket. Also, use your femininity to uphold him in times of struggles, to uphold him in times where he maybe has a failure or a situation that isn't necessarily favorable in that moment. That is a time to use your natural born femininity in your compassion, in your insight, in your love, and your respect to strengthen your man, to encourage your man. Not when he falls on hard times, you start belittling him. You're not cooking the meals like you were before. You're not being sweet to him like you were before. Mona says, because if you stay married long enough, something will happen. And good wives know they will have to adjust through the short-term challenges. Exactly, Mona. Y'all, Mona has been married much longer than I have. And I agree. Hi, Daniel. Thank you for joining me. Ladies, a good woman makes a good wife, and a good wife makes a good mother. But let me stop there. A good woman makes a good wife. Work on yourself today in order to be that good wife, that good woman. And so when you do get someone's hand in marriage or take someone's hand in marriage or whatever, you already have the foundation, the honest, loving foundation to be able to put your best foot forward if and when situations happen. Ladies, the last thing that a man would want or need is when he hits a rough patch. And I'm talking about like the career or the job portion, because a lot of divorces happen due to finances, and we know how y'all are. If it's money funny, then you start acting funny. If it's money strange, you become a stranger. So I'm going to use that example. The last thing a man would need and want is when he hits a rough patch in his job, if he's laid off, or again, if he's injured or something like that. The last thing a man would need or want is for his wife to start changing for the negative toward him. That means there is no peace up in his house. That means he's not looking forward to coming home. That means there was no motivation for him, or there's less in the motivation for him to keep going, to keep working, and for his situation to improve, for him to put in the work for the situation to improve, because the woman who he otherwise thought would have his back has snaked him. The woman who said, I will love you to have and to hold, for richer or for poor, for better or for worse, she has reneged. And now, because he's not richer or because he's not better, she like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I can't stand him. He lazy. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe he's broken. And maybe due to your funky attitude, You've changed the atmosphere in the home. So much so to the point where it affects his spirit negatively. It discourages him. It drives him to drinking or drives him out the house into another woman's bed. A good woman makes a good wife. A good wife makes a good mother. A good man makes a good husband. A good husband makes a good father. And in that has nothing to do with how much money that man makes. But it's about his character. Listen, ladies, a good man is going to figure it out. It's okay to express your grievances in a respectful way. But you need to remain tactful. You need to, again, remain respectful. You need to remain compassionate for the situation. But you can still express your grievances, and that possibly can give him some form of motivation or just insight into what you're thinking, despite the difficult time that you're having. But that doesn't mean that you give up. That doesn't mean that because the condition of your home or the finances have changed, that doesn't mean that gives you the right. That doesn't give you the right to say, I'm out. Just because it's changed. You've probably changed your own self. Especially if you had children. That stomach is a little flabby. That booty ain't sitting up the same way. Your hair's a little thinner. You're a little older. But that man still loves you. That man is still providing for you. That man is still coming home to you. But when the situation changes again in his finances, nothing that you admire him for matters anymore. That you a snake. You're a chameleon. When the going gets tough, you leave. That's a weak woman. Proverbs 14:1, Abby says, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. Do you understand how tough it is to build a home? Like literally. It takes work. It takes sweat. It takes time. A wise woman builds her house. A wise woman builds with her man. A wise woman builds with a man. And building takes time. If anyone's built a house before, you will understand that it takes time. Sometimes you have setbacks, drawbacks. But the house is going to get done as long as it has the proper, strong foundation. But if you're marrying a man and you're only marrying him due to the conditions, due to what he has, that is a weak foundation in of itself. This is why I talk about over here, ladies, becoming a better woman. I don't have these discussions with you just so you can get you a man. This is about self-improvement. This is for character building, character improvement. The true test is when things get tough, not when things are easy going, not when things are perfect, ladies. But y'all are not even willing to listen to the message because it doesn't feel good. Because you think you're perfect. Because you think you're all that in a bag of chips. Because you think that a man should take you despite all your flaws, but he has to roll up perfect and making $1 million a year? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You, this lady right here, who lost a good man, and now another woman can reap the benefits of the 4 P's that this man comes with. And she's going to be trying to find a piece of that man, a piece of what she had before. He just not making enough money. He just not doing enough for me. What have you done for him? How have you helped the situation? How have you helped the situation? How have you helped the situation? You're supposed to be his helpmate, right? Then help. Then help. Thank you, Mona. I'm talking to the future wives. Are you willing to go through and build with him? Good women will do so and benefit long term. Ladies, something my husband says to me is it gets greater later. So he understands that, yes, there are some material things that I like. And I like my home a certain way, or I want certain features, or I want a certain vehicle. But he understands that there's a time and a place. You can't have that Benz right now. You can't have that 5-bedroom home right now. We can't have another child right now because I'm still building. But it gets greater later. It gets better later, greater later, as long as you're willing to be patient and be willing to build, be willing to wait.
Perfect. And the next guy you get is not going to be perfect. And unless you're willing to put up with a little bit of, they say for better or for worse for a reason. It's not going to be all lollipops and sunshine. And when it's not lollipops and sunshine for your husband, you at least give him a lollipop. You might not be able to make the sunshine, but you can give him a lollipop.
You at least give him a lollipop. You at least encourage him. You at least say, baby, I know we are going through something right now, but that is okay. Baby, I know you didn't achieve that, but remember who you are. You are this, you are that, you are more than capable, and you are loved, and I will be here. You give him a lollipop, and he gonna be like, you know what? Hold on, let me get up off of my little sad train, and let me make something happen, because this woman has empowered me. Ladies, your femininity. In your femininity, there is power. You have the power to shape this man's world and to bring light to his world. And instead, you're ungrateful behind. When the going gets tough, you're done. He's got enough. Have you no shame? Because you're not perfect, mama. But he loves you in spite of your imperfections. He deals with your funky attitude, your PMSing, because he loves you. When you get on his last nerve and y'all been arguing for a week, he's not looking up how to divorce my wife ASAP. Y'all already have an escape plan. Eating that butt big. I didn't watch this full episode, y'all. But based on what, the short, because Judge Lynn said when he didn't like give you what you want or whatever, that means probably his money was a little funny. And she wanted X, Y, and Z, and he told her no. Y'all don't like to be told no. Y'all want to be catered to by hand and foot, day in and day out, all the time, without being willing to put work in or cater your own self to that man. That is called entitled. It's not a soft life. It's not happy wife, happy life. It's happy spouse, happy house. For me, personally, I cannot stand when my husband and I are arguing. I can't stand it. Yes, he may be getting on my nerves and I may not like him in that moment, but I don't like when we're not good. I don't like when he's upset with me. I don't like when I've, again, just made him upset. Because I love him. He's my best friend. I admire him. And I never want to purposefully, make him upset and for it to drag on. And I never want to belittle him. So when the going got tough and when she didn't get what she wanted, he told her no. She didn't like him anymore. He wasn't enough anymore. He wasn't perfect anymore. He wasn't a provider anymore. That is not fair. Don't be thinking and because you're following whatever celebrities on social media and you're consuming sprinkle content. Don't have them thinking that you are a God who walks on water. You are just as flawed as the next. And if you don't get what you want all the time, it's okay. You're not going to die. You will be just fine. And you'll probably get it later. If you be patient, if you be willing just to chill out. Y'all are so materialistic. It's disgusting. And it's only for social media. Do y'all know that social media is fake? Do you know you paint the narrative? Half of these strong, independent boss chicks who supposedly make all this money, they're struggling. They're struggling. They're going back and forth between their mama and daddy house. They're struggling mentally. They're struggling financially. They're struggling spiritually. But you're looking at the Instagram post like, oh, she got it all together. Oh, how come my husband don't get this? How come my husband don't get that? Don't give me this. Don't give me that. Thank you so much, Chantel, for being here, sis. And thank you for your super chat. Loving the new setup. Thank you, sis. It's still not even done yet. Thank you for joining me, sis. I appreciate you. Y'all, my son is up. So we will be ending shortly. Ladies, don't be the conditional wife. Don't only like him when he's doing nice things for you or spoiling you. And you need to cancel the noise and the programming that you went through as a child and growing up for your aunts and aunties and mamas and all them. Because when you allow those type of thoughts to continuously run through your mind, it's going to cause you to become less and less satisfied. Then you're going to be looking at him like, well, he ain't got this. He ain't got that. He ain't did this for me. He ain't do that for me. You need to pluck up those seeds and those roots of ungratefulness, of being a conditional lover. You need to pluck all of that up at the root today. Now, it may take time, right? It may take some time to deprogram yourself. But as long as you have the heart and you're willing to do it, you're good. Just continuously put in the work. Continuously sacrifice, those feelings and that selfish desire or that selfish thought in your heart and in your mind in order to become that good woman or that better woman. And trust me, you'll love yourself a whole lot more when you begin that process, when you do that.
And you didn't do it. You decided that your marriage.
Hold on, sorry, my bad.
Was about you, for you, and because of you. And when he hit a rough patch, you were like, I'm sick of you. I'm tired of it. You're not a king and wonderful anymore because you're not doing everything I want to. You're no longer Mr. Perfect, and I have no obligation to give anything to you. That's tired and that's sad and it's good. Mr. and Mrs.
For those of you who know how to play spades, again, this lady, and along with other women who've done this, she reneged on her marriage. Go ahead and give up them books. Because you reneged. Because you're doing the opposite of what you said you would do. You were dishonest with that man. Nobody want to play spades with the reneger. Reneger. Person who reneges. Nobody wants to be in a marriage with a woman who's only there due to the things that they can give to them or do for them. You're selfish. That's unfair. Don't lose a good man due to the fact that you need to work on yourself and you being groomed to be a conditional lover. Thank you, always black. Right. Y'all, my child is like destroying his room right now. Don't be a selfish woman who loses a good man, who damages a good man and loses a good man. And then you're out here in the streets trying to pick up the pieces, trying to find a piece of the good man that you had. Ladies, I encourage you to do the self-work starting today. To my wives and my future wives, do the work today to deprogram any selfishness that you have in your heart, any conditional thoughts and ways that you have in your heart. Start today, because you do not want to lose a good man due to your selfishness, due to your inability to change, to improve. Because best believe this man is steadily trying to figure out a way to improve himself, to improve the marriage, the relationship, and the quality of your life. It just takes time. But that doesn't mean when it gets tough that you leave. It's too many women out here like the lady in the video. But a lot of times that doesn't come up until a tough time changes. This is why a lot of men, they choose to just be by themselves because they rather just deal with themselves and keep the peace in their home or than to deal with a woman who can switch up on them, with a snake woman, with a woman who's only going to love him conditionally. Because he know he going to be all right. But are you going to be all right? Later, when you lost a good man and you found a man who's almost just as good, but now you're thinking back to how you messed up. And now you're trying to double back. Don't listen to this music that encourages y'all to monkey branch. Don't listen to this music that encourages you to not work for your relationship or to not change for the betterment of yourself and relationships. Ladies, don't be the conditional lover. Don't be the conditional wife. When things get tough, encourage him. Help in some way. You're supposed to be the helpmate, right? Maybe you need to go back to work. Pick up a couple hustles. In the meantime, maybe you need to check your tongue and your heart to make sure you're not spewing out venom to this man who just fell on tough times. He's trying to pick himself up. But then he's got a woman who he's got to deal with who's not even giving him peace at home. He can't even have a square meal because of your funky attitude. Do not be the conditional wife, ladies. Do not be the conditional lover. Do not be dishonest. Because that man married you for a reason. He married you for you to be in his life throughout. And he thought that you would be there. But now you're dragging him to divorce court. Now you serving him papers. And his heart is shattered. His heart is broken. Because he thought you loved him. But you don't. You love yourself more and the things that he can do for you. Y'all, I gotta go get my baby. Because I have folded clothes and all this and all that. And he has undone everything I have done. But I appreciate you guys for being here with me. Y'all, it really hurts me when I see things like this. Because there are a lot of good men out here. And that happens. This happens a lot to good men. And they don't deserve it. And they truly loved that woman. And then he's blindsided. Don't be a woman who loses a good man. Because there are good men out here. But there are women who use and abuse good men. And now this man is cynical about women in general. Because the woman who he loved the most of anybody in the world took his heart and threw it down on the ground and stepped on it and spat on it because he fell on a tough time. Don't be the conditional wife. But that's all I have for you today. The truth has been signed, sealed, and delivered by yours truly. Thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for all your donations. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you, Dre of Harrison Family Values, for your financial donations. Thank you, chat, and everyone watching. If you know of any girls or young ladies who you think would benefit from this information, then please share. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.